Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. You're watching StarLadder Star Series Season 8, Day 21. And we are here with VIII and QPAD. And one of these two teams is going to get 3 points to their name. The other one is not going to get anything at all. I'm not by myself, of course. I'm once again joined by Drage. Welcome back.
Thank you. Do you hear me now, Shiver?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh!
Nice. Thank you.
Damn it. I forgot to sing. I also forgot what I should be singing otherwise.
You are not alone.
Oh yeah, I'm not alone. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna write it down. And then hopefully for next game I will have it. And I'll not forget it. That sounds like a good plan, right? Yes. You're not I don't hear you anymore if you said it. Okay. I will know it for next game. Anyways, QPAD has actually managed to get a win yesterday. Rejoice. They were able to get a win up against the Retry, which was their first actual win. Of course, you do see them standing with 3 wins so far, but that's because Aspera and 4FC pulled out of StarLadder and therefore gave all their matches as wins to their opponents. That's also why you see Aspera with 1 win, which is up against the 4FC as 4FC dropped first. So, yeah, VIII hasn't actually won any physical games yet. QPAD did win one yesterday. Let's hope they're still riding on that high from yesterday. And if they can take that to win up against VIII here, it will not be an easy match though. VIII is, well, they also, like, I don't know who actually, like, I wouldn't know who to bet on for this match. Both teams are using quite a bit of stand-ins. 3 stand-ins for VIII. It's a bit in the air if Armen has actually joined QPAD or if he is still a stand-in, but 2 or 3 stand-ins for QPAD. It's not going to be an easy match for either team, I think.
Radiant team pick.
No, this is like kind of like you said, the Jumbo game, who is not the worst team in in Star Series, I guess.
Yeah, it's a bit like a grim prize to get, but I mean it's an even match. It's probably the more even match that these two teams will see this season of StarLadder because it's a very, like, the quality of games has been quite high, as in the quality of the teams. The difference between the bottom tier team and the higher tier teams are quite big at this moment. So this should be an even match. We do have an Elder Titan removed this time, as well as the Slark, Bristleback, and Alchemist. Leading for a first pick of Crystal Maiden for VIII. QPAD, they've gone for an OD and a VIII, I think. So far, we've only seen OD win today, right? Both times?
Reserve time.
Yeah, that's true. So third time the charm, or is this meaning they're gonna lose now?
I don't know. I don't know what it means actually. I mean, it's a strong mid, that's for sure, and they pick it up very early, so VIII might have the chance to pick up some solid counters. I mean, they still have the chance if they really want to get a Razor, they could get it right now. I'm kind of leaning towards the thing that I don't think, like, Razor can at least, you know, do well up against an OD, but he's not necessarily winning the lane, and I'm not quite sure if I like the Razor up against OD anymore. I mean, there's others that you can do more with later on in the game, I think. I mean, even Lone Druid wouldn't be too bad, but it does kind of shut you down for early game, perhaps, unless you've got some better options for it. But I don't know. They at least have the chance to pick up pick up a hero right now before some standard counters will be banned.
Yeah, but this Razor OD is such a boring lane. And something I thought about with this OD is that he's getting a lot of more attention now lately, even though he just got worse and worse, I guess, the 2 last versions. So people still realize that this is a really good hero, and for controlling the lane, I don't know if there is any other hero who can do it better.
Might be Timbersaw. Timbersaw up against OD is not ideal, but he can be up against an OD. But QPAD is not going to take any chances. They still ban out the Razor. VIII ban out some supports. I mean, I wouldn't really be expecting a VIII still to come out from the side, or a Venomancer still to come out on the side of QPAD, since I normally am more thinking towards getting an extra disable up, or at least a disable up. So I'm more thinking towards perhaps a Nyx Assassin for QPAD, or a Rubik even. We haven't seen Rubik yet today, so that could be something. But yeah, 2 supports ban out for VIII. On the side of QPAD, I mean, 1 up against counters, or 1 catered towards countering the OD. The other ban might be that as well, but I don't know. What do you think? Is Timber still going to be mid here?
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think Timbersaw is a good mid versus OD either, but I guess he can be there. I still want to see a double lane middle, but it seems people don't do that either.
From the Dire side, it's not ideal for sure. I mean, Dire side does not really have an extra option for support, perhaps to rotate into the jungle, which I think, I mean, if you do have a dual lane in the middle on the Radiant side and you've got yourself a Crystal Maiden with that, then at least she can still farm a camp there with a Frostbite, you know? That could be something strong, but it's on the Dire side this time.
I don't know. We'll see. It's I don't know why people can't just try going to middle. I think there's a lot of fear about doing that. I guess there's a risk of failing majorly, but there's also a risk that you can really dominate the other team's OD, for example, or other solo mid heroes.
True. Miranda now picked up by QPAD, so that will be their well, what probably will be a solo lane, or at least not a support. Let's just put it that way. I'm kind of hoping that it won't be the carry. We've seen that 2 times now and both times failed, right? So, yeah. Or did it actually? No, the previous game it actually worked out, but that was an aggressive tri-lane Mirana. That was different.
Yeah, you're right. She won that game. Yeah. What do you think about going with Luna versus OD in middle, by the way? You think it's okay?
She's less reliant on mana, I guess, but she's got a very short range. I think that's too short to be dealing with OD. OD will still get the better of her, and it will be a waste of a Luna, I think. So I'm hoping that that's the safe lane Luna, and perhaps still we haven't seen the matchup that Flipside is going to go for. I mean, Luna Crystal Maiden might actually work out, of course. That could be something.
Yeah, that could be cool. But I guess the risk is that the OD is taking the mana away from CM, and then you can't do anything. But I don't think that's so easy.
No, because CM can of course just walk back, and they like OD would have to go for the Luna then afterwards for the Astral Imprisonment. So, yeah, I think maybe dual lane Luna Crystal Maiden is an option for sure. Let's see if Flipside is actually going to go for that, or if they're still having something up their sleeve to put up against the OD. I mean, still 2 picks left standing, and with a lot of options already in 2 heroes, because we have seen Timbersaw go up against the OD before, and Luna Crystal Maiden is an option. The question is, do they want to force QPAD to ban out more potential heroes to go up against that OD? It might be the case with both teams actually using quite a bit of their bonus time, I have to say, in this game.
Yeah, I think QPAD is going for an aggressive tri-line. Yeah, it's actually the same tri-line as in the last game.
Well, why change something that's not broken, right? I mean,
yeah, that's true. Well, QPAD is broken as a team. They have had issues. So, but this is a really strong trial line, and then in this way, they're managing to get OD solo versus someone. It's a good way of dealing with it.
Which hero? Oh, they had the Queen of Pain as last one in the previous game, right?
Yeah.
So if they want to do the same thing as we saw Power Rangers do in the previous game, then we're expecting a Queen of Pain pick up on the side of QPAD, and then Queen of Pain safe lane, OD mid, aggressive trial lane, Visage, Mirana, Shadow Demon. That would actually be really funny if they actually went for the exact same lineup here.
Yeah, it looks like a good lineup, so why not?
Yeah, that's fair. That's indeed very fair. Flip side, they have got 2 more picks, of course, to go for as well. I mean, if there is going to be an aggressive tri lane and the Crystal Maiden and the Luna are going to be on the safe lane,
10 seconds remaining.
Then Luna is not really the best for that one. At least she's, as said, short range, so she won't be getting that much because the harass will be too much. But Nyx Assassin and Crystal Maiden are both very capable supports to keep their carry safe, and the counter initiation potential on flip side is then pretty big. A lot of it is resting on the impales that Nyx Assassin can get, though.
Yeah, but I'm expecting this Nyx to go middle versus OD. I see a lot of teams do this. I don't think it's the best choice, but it's still a decent choice. Yeah. And if OD is not that lucky with his aura, he's gonna be without mana very fast.
5 seconds.
Indeed, Nature's Prophet is the last Ben. Let's see if Flipside has copied Power Rangers. That would actually be indeed entertaining. Well, they do.
Are they gonna go for? Now I was thinking Lone Druid here.
For QPAD?
Mm-hmm.
Something on the safe lane. It could be a Lone Druid. It wouldn't be too bad. I do think that they maybe like Klinks might be a better option. With an Orchid for the Timbersaw, for the Luna. For the Nyx, even. Crystal
5
Maiden, that's free
seconds
food right there.
remaining.
Something
Yeah,
on
they
the
need
safe
some
one.
kind of yeah, they need a silencer or disable. You're
Reserve
right.
time.
Wow,
Clockwork.
I was not expecting
Dire
that. That's
team
very
pick.
passive, I think. I think it's too passive. It does mean that we're probably gonna see a safe lane Mirana as well.
You think clockwork is okay for that reason, or generally?
Well, I think, like, Clockwork, more passive than a Queen of Pain would be. I mean, he can rotate around with level 6, of course, but he's not gonna be able to kill stuff by himself. He needs someone else to help out. Unless he is up against a solo person, of
10
course, as well, in which
seconds
case he's gonna be a bit more likely, but...
Templar Assassin.
Well, that's a Templar
Oh.
Assassin. That's interesting. Templar
So,
Assassin against
then-
OD won't be doing well.
No. So I heard as well. Maybe. Yeah, she said it's a safe lane. Timbersaw. No, that's weird. I can't say what this is. Cause putting her middle is that suicide.
Yeah? Putting her up against a Clockwork is not gonna work out either. I don't know.
So
I don't...
what's the deal here?
Well, maybe the deal is that Flipside, they're playing with 2 stand-ins. And they asked one of the stand-ins, like, which hero do you play best? And he said, Templar Assassin.
10 seconds
Okay, go.
remaining.
Like that.
And that was the only reason why they would pick her, perhaps. We'll see though. I
could
mean,
be.
it is a bit of a surprise pick, and perhaps also for QPAD, perhaps it's gonna throw them off their game a bit. It might be the case.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, I know it's Vaga's, one of Vaga's favorite heroes. Do you know where Vaga is, by the way?
I do. He is actually at his parents' place. He did play one game with QPAD while at his parents' place, but he, well, as we have a remake. But he is, his internet at his parents' place is not good enough for him to be playing competitive Dota right here. That was his reason for not being there. I am hoping that the next lobby is going to be up soon, because I did already I was going to say yes. Again, I stole the 3rd slot. Oh, I'm so fast.
I appreciate the 3rd slot a lot. Thank you.
Me too. It's so much better than the 4th slot. I actually got assigned the 3rd slot, but seems like not everybody is willing to hold up the slot that they're assigned to. You know, it's a shame.
Oh, you're getting assigned like that?
Yeah, BTS is 2, StarLadder is 1, I'm 3. I don't know, like, I know that Antenna Dota is 6, but I don't know the other 2, but... Apparently LGD was tired of being number 5 or number 4. You know, they don't want to do that anymore. I guess, you know, it's their right.
So is it something, it doesn't matter?
No. We just had at the start of the season, like, we were assigned slots, and I was apparently the only one that remembered them or something. So, I don't know. That's a bit awkward. Well, we do have a remake. I don't know why that was a remake. Perhaps someone skilled wrong, which is a bad reason to remake. I don't think, like, some tournaments you aren't even allowed to do that if you skilled wrong.
Could be.
Could be. Doesn't mean we're
I still think the biggest problem with the remakes or the tournaments overall is the amounts of stand-ins. I think it's unacceptable, and I would really like that to change. It makes some of the games really boring.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal here, maybe, but in some games I really get heartbroken because some people are standing in.
Well, it's. I mean, I guess. I mean, at the top of the list for StarLadder in terms of scores, I'd be more annoyed about it than at this one. Okay, like these teams, Flipside, QPAD, this is their hobby. Playing Dota.
Yeah, then it's fine. That's what I mean. Then it's okay. But the high level teams who even get paid, no.
No, I think they should be there as well. Otherwise, schedule a different time. I mean, I know that, for example, Kuroki still is going to university, which is why there was a stand-in for Navi on Thursday, because I think there was some university stuff that he had to do.
Templar Assassin.
Well, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah. But then again, there's not a lot of... Oh, well. I started to right-click thinking I was a hero, but no.
Prepare for battle.
But there's not that many people that actually do still do stuff next to Dota if they are on that level of play. I don't like this OD set. Look at these wings. They're ugly. No offense, Mr. Shizzles. Shizzles! Yeah. Well, let's take a look at who's playing
Yeah,
what.
they are ugly.
We have got OD with the ugly wings indeed, played by SLHZ or Slizzles. Slizzles will be on the safe lane by the looks of it. Looks like we are still going to have a bit of an aggressive trial in here, with VIII playing the Clockwork, Blue Banana on the Mirana, Durham playing the Shadow Demon, RMN playing the Visage, and it looks like Clockwork will be the one to go middle.
Yeah, I guess so. That's not a bad thing. I didn't expect that, but I guess that's good.
Yep. You want to introduce Flipside?
Of course.
Yay.
I'm looking at the bottom lane and I see Enlight on the Luna. Shisley on the Crystal Maiden is already down there warding. He's also bottom, it seems. In the middle we have Throwfail on the Templar Assassin. And top we have Joutsen, I guess, on the Timbersaw. And I'm still missing the Nerub. Nyx, I mean, and he's going middle. No, he's going bottom as well. He was just warding top.
Yeah, perhaps he's even gonna go support top for a bit. Looks like we do have the TA mid up against a Clockwork. It's not an easy lane for Clockwork, for TA rather, because if she gets hit by those cogs, her mana will be burned. She does need her mana to stay alive in the middle lane. And there will be now an OD up against the Luna. I think that perhaps Flipside did the same kind of mind game that they were expecting an aggressive trial in, and Luna up against an OD is still not going to be a lane that they are aiming for, but it is going to be a dual lane still. The Crystal Maiden and Luna up against the OD, so that is the lane that we talked about, though not in the middle lane. I'm mostly happy that there is an aggressive trial lane where Blue Banana can show off his arrow skills after disruptions from Durham.
Yeah, let's hope that lane works out well. I really want to see QPAD do okay in this game, because I guess they also worked hard, but didn't really accomplish anything, as I can see it, and they deserve it. So, of course, Flipside do as well, but I'm gonna root for QPAD.
Yeah.
Oh, top!
Oh, is there gonna be first blood? Buick! Yep, he's dead. RMN gets it. That was a disruption arrow combination, and apparently the arrow hit. And that was a first blood on the board. QPAD gets it. In the meantime, middle lane is also going very well for QPAD, because Throwfail keeps walking into cogs, so he's completely out of mana, and he is getting nice last hits at least. That's something. He's 3 for 4 for the clock and 4 for 3 for Throwfail, so it's fairly even there. But without mana, it's a tough thing for him. We'll see who gets ahead there. OD in the meantime sitting on 2 for 0 bottom lane, compared to Enlight 8 for 1. So Enlight is actually having a decent time here on the bottom lane.
That is ours.
Yeah, I mean, this bottom lane, it's gonna be nice. It's interesting to see at least if they can dominate this OD or what really gonna happen here. It seems like he has been using the Astral and Luna so far, which I think is wrong, but.
Oh, Templar Assassin gets picked up by the Clockwork mid, but looks like Buick wants to try and pick him up. I mean, he has an Impale. He has to hit it, though. Oh, he does. There we go. That was pretty close, actually. With that haste rune, he should be able to take the kill down. There's no mana for VIII, and he is gonna be dead. Boom. Nice kill for Buick, and that's at least something. Now Throwfail will be by himself here in the middle lane for a bit, so he can get some more farm. And that's a haste rune definitely paying off. In the meantime, bottom lane has got a frostbite up on Slizzles, and he is going to be forced away. So even though they might not be able to kill him, they are having the control over the lane.
Yeah, maybe it's smarter to actually use the Astral on Luna, because then she will only have mana for 1 nuke eventually, and that's might not be enough, at least not yet, to kill anyone.
I have to say though, VIII did get a solo kill of course up on Throwfail, so in a way it should be slightly in favor of him right now. In terms of last hit though, that is not the case by far. VIII has only got 5 last hits while TA is sitting on 15, so that's a big difference right there despite the kill. In the meantime, of course, I mean, I'm kind of like Flipside is doing okay with their lanes. Their TA is doing okay, their bottom lane is going okay, 17 for 7 for the Luna, while OD is just not getting anything at all. I mean, he's still sitting on 3 last hits, and perhaps they're not getting that much farm on the top lane, but I think their lanes are working out very nicely.
Yep, I agree with you completely there. I mean, this tri-line top has to be able to do things as well. Otherwise, it's not worth being 3 top here. And 1 kill, that's not enough in my opinion.
No. They need to either get more kills or make a bigger difference in terms of shutting down the Timbersaw. But Timbersaw is actually getting last hits. He is getting levels as well. He's close to level 4. And he is actually level 4, so the difference between him and Blue Banana is basically non-existent. So yeah, this is not bad for Flipside whatsoever. We do have a rotation going. They realize that their aggressive tri-lane isn't aggressive enough. So they put their supports on the bottom lane with now both Visage as well as Durham on his Shadow Demon back on bottom. The drawing comes out though. They know that he is there. And actually they just revealed that they smoked because OD is gonna last hit that, and they realize that. The drawing, look at the drawing. They know that Luna is in trouble, and they sit safely behind their tier 1 tower.
That's a lot of drawing. But I don't know if this is gonna be... I mean, OD in a tri-line is weird, so I guess I'm expecting Visage and Shadow Demon to just roam around and see if they can find something. Or what do you think?
Well, I would hope that would be the case, and it looks like they were aiming to do that as well, but it was apparently was kind of obvious that they saw that happen, and I mean, who are they going to try to kill off? The TA, she'll get a refraction, and actually an Impale comes out on Clockwork indeed. He's going to be able to hookshot to maybe slow Book down, gets a Cogs up as well, Spike Carapace is on, and Battery Assault comes out. This is Boak in trouble, the Tower of the Soul Assumption will get that kill. Villic, one hit away from dying. Slowfoil will be able to get the kill. But he will get blocked in and killed off as well. Should be killed off. In Meld. Is there detection? Hello? They know he's there. It's just... How long is he gonna sit there, you think?
I don't know. It would be fun if he got away, but he won't.
Another Meld coming out. He's drinking his bottle though. He's out of charges right now. Do they have... They have got some vision incoming, I think. The courier is bringing it? Yeah, sentry wards are here. They'll place it. And
they want to give the kill to Lick?
Yep. And that's going to be a nice battery assault coming out. And the kill actually goes to Villic indeed. Nicely done. Good courier. Good get courier bringing the wards. In the meantime, Blue Banana's having some tough times on the top lane. He is going to have a regen for himself. 25 to 6 in terms of last hits. But with his support leaving the lane, Yotazin is getting a bit more free time here. And he is doing really nice. I mean, he's sitting on 19 to 1. He is, considering he was against an aggressive tri-lane, there's really nothing wrong with that Timbersaw right now, and that could be kind of scary later on in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's getting a lot of room here, and it's hard for this Mirana versus him because he deals a lot of damage and he can tank a lot of damage. So maybe Durham will come up here and see if he can help Mirana out.
Yeah, perhaps he can. Level 4 for him, I mean, that's the downside of running an aggressive tri-lane that does not really work out. So level 4 for on the side of QPAD, well, of course, Crystal Maiden is still level 4 as well. And the Nyx Assassin actually level 4 as well, so I'm not sure why I'm complaining, but I guess QPAD, with that kill mid, they were able to still get their levels back up to normal. In the meantime, the TA level 7 for now. Villic level 7 as well, and I'm really hoping that they are going to be aggressive soon and help out their lanes, especially Villic, because that OD needs to be helped bottom. He is still sitting on 19 last hits. He's not going for a Hanamidas, so how is he going to get back on where he should be? And in the meantime, Haystrom forced out on the Clockwork, who is still pretty squishy. One melt hit might actually be doing the trick here for Snowfail. Throwfail. I think it was... Snowfail. And I thought it was Snowfall. I almost wanted to say Snowfall. It's just, it doesn't, like, it's not even close. Weird.
That's something happened there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe OD is just fine if he gets levels, which I guess he's doing, but not that fast. So, yeah, now he's gonna have a hard time getting back in this game if he doesn't get roaming on him.
Yeah.
Or to him.
And then, if he doesn't have a Hand of Midas, he still went for treads first. I mean, I applaud his efforts for going for some survivability. Oh, Clockwork. Gonna be able to pick up a Crystal Maiden, and the Cogs actually might be helping out. He's not gonna get a rune, or no rune there. That's gonna be Villic still picked up. Moonlight Shadow coming out a bit too late to help him out, but perhaps that's done for top. No, that actually was done for middle. Shadow Demon might be able to find someone though. He has a Disruption, he has a Soul Catcher, but there's no clear pathway to arrow. Well, point blank arrow, why not, right? That could be helping out. Oh, where's that arrow? Did he actually use the arrow there? He did not. But, oh, leap away! Come on, that hit from the low ground! Yep, there it is! Nicely done. Lucky for him, no miss. Durham is now going to be in some trouble. There is no impale out. Oh, and the arrow. There it is! That's going to be a double kill from Blue Banana,
nice.
and that's going to make everything A-okay for QPAD.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Blue Banana, and a little bit lucky hitting that uphill, but good players are lucky, so that's worth it, I guess. I mean, he was worth it.
I agree. Looks like we have got finally a bit of help coming out for Shizzles. I mean, he did have a visage close to him a bit ago, but it looks like he's left alone again. Well, that was of short duration. He's now sitting on 30 last hits. In terms of net worth, though, actually, I have to say I'm surprised to see that he's not even doing all that bad. He still gets more than the Timbersaw. Of course, that is also because Timbersaw just died. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he's sitting second highest for his team, slightly above the Timbersaw. Oh, throw fail.
that's
He's in
weird.
some trouble. Getting slowed. Hook shot stunned up. Is there going to be cogs? No. Still on cooldown. But actually, might be enough to take him down. No, bottle charges are going to be up again. He is actually slowing down VIII. Soul Assumption. Oh, close. 40 health. 28 health after the range creep still hits him as well. But he will be making it out alive. Nobody actually dies here in the mid lane. That was quite close.
Really close, actually. I don't know. He's not so easy to kill anyway, even with the battery assault. So it's a strong hero Templar, but yeah, he's gonna need more farm to be doing something in this game.
Yeah, in the meantime, Blue Banana is in some trouble. And Enlight has an Eclipse ready to use. Just wants to get that extra loot and payment, but leap away from Blue Banana is going to be faster. And I think this might be the cue for Mirana to rotate and try to make things happen. Because right now, her fun times on top is over. With the Luna and Crystal Maiden showing up. I don't think, like,
Yeah.
there's no way she's going to continue getting the same amount of farm as she used to.
No, and the risk is that she's dying, at least when she used to leap. And it's kind of long cooldown, so you should do something else for a while.
Yeah, haste rune again by VIII, looking for cogs, perhaps battery assault, almost ticked off the refraction, but that's gonna be, well, there it is. Maybe the demonic purge will help out. VIII will be in trouble though. One more hit is not gonna do the job. Maybe they can still get a hook shot. Yes, they can. Otherwise, Mirana would have been there with the Starstorm, but the hook shot coming in from VIII was enough to do the job, and Arrow will fly. Will not get Sheasley though. Sheasley, he is very slow as a Crystal Maiden, but apparently they're not even going to try and chase that. It would be too close to the Luna that's farming there, so they'll try to take a tier 1 tower instead.
Timbersaw is coming here, and he doesn't want to have them having this tower. I think he can be strong here if he does some good plays. He deals a lot of damage, but do you think they need Luna in these battles to have a chance?
Well, I think we're not gonna see a battle, and Arrow will still fly. We'll still hit upon the Templar Assassin as well, but I think the QPAD is gonna realize it in time that they shouldn't be taking a full-on battle. No, actually Mirana will be able to leap to the high ground. Might be still getting frostbitten though. Moonlight Shadow, it's not gonna work out. Well, there we go. Oh, Frostbite only level 1. Now Sheasley is gonna be sad for that one. That's gonna be giving an escape from Blue Banana. The tower still drops actually, and actually still gets destroyed by the Shadow Demon, so no denied coming out on the side of flip side.
Yeah, trying to hunt that Mirana without sentry wards, I guess that was kind of useless. Especially with only level 1 Frostbite, as you said.
Yeah, with a higher level they would have gotten her, I think. She were visible in that Frostbite. And all this action is giving OD some time to farm up. He has got something. It's not going to be, like, he's going to skip Hanamidas completely. He's going to go for the Force Staff. I guess he's kind of needed to have something sooner rather than later, and it would take too long if he still went for Hand of Midas. Looks like he's
Yeah, I
gonna
think
need
it's the
something
right
soon,
choice.
though. Sheasley is smoked up, going bottom. They want to try and take down this OD. They haven't been able to kill him yet. I mean, he might not have had a good time, but he hasn't died yet, which is something worth saying here for this OD. Might not last for very long though, because Vendetta is on, and Buick, I mean, I think he just wants to see some blood here.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about Light of Heaven when I see this play on the OD. I mean, Light of Heaven was so hard to kill. Maybe he didn't farm all the time before, but he never died, so he got a lot of farm just from that.
Yeah, looks like this Timbersaw is also still looking for that OD, but OD playing it very safe, just not showing himself, making sure that he's waiting until people are showing themselves on the map again before he shows himself as well. In the meantime, the mechanism is almost done for our men, which is something for Flipside that I would expect the Timbersaw to build. Is the only real mech builder for them, but he hasn't started it yet. And actually, our man might be in some trouble. He's gonna try and teleport out, and it's not gonna be enough though. Too much burst coming out with the TA with the last hit. That was just a bit overconfident. That's gonna be a mechanism setback again.
Yeah, I mean these heroes, they could actually go Roshan very early. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do here.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, they've
attack.
got the melt strike, so the minus armor is there from that. And why not? I mean, QPAD, they are in no state to fight this. I mean, they might be if they were grouped up and all, but they are not.
Structures are fortified.
Blue Banana does have a teleport scroll. Tier 1 tower is open for teleports, but they rather want a tower here. Starstorm coming out next. Oh, never mind. They want to fight this still. The hookshot comes out, but misses. VIII shows himself. Now invisible. There's still no detection coming out. Oh, there is detection right now. That's going to be good. An arrow will fly in. Will hit the Crystal Maiden. VIII, is he going to be living through this? Oh, he might not be. Nope. In comes the Eclipse. And Light Durham picked up as well. She's still in some trouble from Burrs and will still go down to the Demonic Purge. But it's 2 for 1, which definitely goes in favor of Flipside because they have been able to pick up the solo mid of QPAD. The rest of QPAD is still here. An arrow will fly in, but Marana is out of mana. No stick charges for her either. The Roshan dies. TA with the Aegis. This is QPAD's cue to run and hide because they cannot fight this anymore.
Yeah, that's Flipside's cue to get back into this game. That was a really nice play, and I think it was the Narub, Nyx Assassin, who did a really good impale there with Luna's follow-up. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, it was too much damage for the Clockwork at least. That's for sure. And they, of course, they actually placed the ward there, so they saw the Moonlight Shadowed Clockwork moving through. And with that Roshan, that's a Blink Dagger ready for throw fail. So even though he had a bit of a tough lane middle in terms of dying, because he still got decent farm, decent last hits anyway. But he now has a Blink Dagger, so I'd say ready for action for him. He can start putting down some pressure on the heroes that are trying to take down Crystal Maiden, like VIII. Nice cogs. But he is still cut out. It's 4 versus 1. What do you think you can do? 4 versus 2. Durham, why were you still running that way? He's gonna die. There's no way out. Double kill for the Timbersaw, who's now also caught up completely, I'd say.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're completely in this game now. I mean, they are 1 kill behind, but this is later kill, so they get a lot more from them.
Yeah, they might be looking for their first tower as well. I mean, so far, no towers picked up yet on the side of QPAD. 2 towers down on the side of Flipside. And with that, the gold graph is only 2k in favor of QPAD, even though 2 towers should make it about 3k. Oh, Marana might be here. She's gonna get some backup, but it might be too late for her. Leap away into safety for now. That will work. The extra speed that you get with that. More teleports coming in. This is gonna be a double impale if Buick had only got mana, which he doesn't. Shadow, Moonlight Shadow coming out. Buick still spike carapacing, but I don't think he's gonna make it out alive. OD with the kill. The rest of Flipside though, they're out in time, and in the end, they don't even get the tower. They don't even get him like close to dying. That is kind of a shame for them. QPAD, good defense coming out from them for sure.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit too overconfident there from Flipside. But now for the next fight, I think Luna has the Black King bar. Yeah, she does, and she's a level 11, so the Eclipse is level 2. That means they're gonna take the fights, and they're gonna be strong.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the first time that OD showed himself on a different lane, right? Oh, shot. Maiden, you're dead. Flare coming out. TA getting stunned up by a familiar, but they're not gonna chase, are they? No, they're not. Not with that refraction on. Yeah, QPAD, they group up. They're still fighting up against an Aegis though. So it's not an easy fight.
No, and they picked up 2 kills, which is good, but it was their support, so it's not that big of a deal. And I would like to see this being a 5-on-5 here if I was Flipside.
Yeah.
Without any doubt.
Luna has her BKB ready. Still sitting at 10 seconds. This could be trouble. Blink in, Melt Strike on Clockwork is not going to really do all that much, apart from putting it on minus armor, I guess. Chakram coming in as well. Clockwork, he might actually die. He is indeed picked off, but Crystal Maiden as well. In comes OD. Forced out to the high ground. There's your Eclipse, but everybody gets himself out in time. The Eclipse hits mostly on creeps. Maybe they still get themselves the OD. They should be. Yeah. That's not gonna happen. Enlight on the killing spree. Mirana still getting herself out alive. It's 2 for 1 so far, and they weren't able to get the tier 2 tower, and it might actually be ending even worse than that if this TA had only had some mana, which she doesn't. So there's no chase coming in again, but I mean, that was a good fight for Flipside despite them wasting Eclipse and BKB on Luna.
Exactly what I wanted to say. I mean, that Eclipse was horrible, but still they won the fight, so... And Templar Assassin made a bad choice staying there with so low mana. He could have went home and TP'd in, because that would have been much more dangerous, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, I said twice that she was low on mana, and that was, like, she hasn't tried to regen since. No Bottle Crow even, she's still sitting on an empty bottle. Perhaps she's hoping for a lucky rune, which at the moment she won't be getting because there's no rune up. But, I don't know, it could have made the world of difference. In comes a flare, actually. I don't think it saw the smoke. The ping comes out, though. They do realize that there is a bit of a stacking going on, but I don't think that he saw the smoke, so no. He is indeed going to be in some trouble. He's going to get picked up. The Vendetta started off. Impale will miss. The cogs actually come out, and this might be trouble for Boyk, because he gets Demonic Burst. Disruption is there as well. The hook shot. Battery Assault. That's going to be Spike Carapace for Nyx Assassin to get away at 40 health, which is going to be good for him. Mirana still chasing him, though, and actually one hit away from getting the kill. Starstorm, he'll get the Crystal Maiden instead. The arrow will fly. That's at least a dominating streak for him. Now looking for the next one. Looking for the Templar Assassin. Hey, look. She is out of mana, out of Aegis as well.
She's gonna die again here, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely.
She does blink away, though, but she blinks right into the hands of the Clockwork. The cogs are there. The arrow will hit as well. The refraction is now off, and they should be able to burst her down. There we go. Good positioning for VIII. Very good positioning for VIII, even.
Very nice, and an important fight as well. Luna got a tower top, so that was good for her, but still a good fight.
Yeah, it was the first tower actually that for that Flipside took down. They did lose 2 heroes for it, of course. Almost lost 3 because that Nyx Assassin was still quite low. I actually thought that Blue Banana could get the Nyx Assassin still and then get the Crystal Maiden after. I mean, he did have drum charges, but it was nighttime. Perhaps he didn't see her. Buick actually pops the Vendetta. Severward goes down though, so he has to be careful. Yeah, he's gonna just use it defensively. I don't think they should push into the tower, and they're not even gonna try. They know that the Luna would be there for fighting as well, and they don't want to do that. I don't blame them. Still very scary if she does get the BKB off and the Eclipse at the right time in the right place.
Yeah, it's really scary actually. And Timbersaw is a good hero to clean up the creeps if necessary as well. So it's a good combination that they have there.
Yeah. Making sure all the Eclipse hits hitting the right target. They are actually going to get a tier 1 tower here middle. There is a fortification up again, but it's not going to get used. Another tower for Enlight. That's a lot of gold coming to him in the last couple of seconds, last couple of minutes rather. And now with the Yasha already complete, sitting on 1400 gold already, this could easily get out of control for Flipside, as in a good sense. Out of control in a bad sense for QPAD.
Yeah, and this Enlight hasn't died yet, which is really well done in this match. There has been some kills at least. What are you expecting to go here? Life Leech?
Yeah, just a standard build of Helm of the Dominator into Satanic. Getting the Manta Cell at some point as well. And that would be my just a standard Luna build, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't so much use of the Manta. I mean, she can't stop any spells or anything with it yet, so she doesn't have to stress it.
Yeah, Helm of the Dominator would probably be most solid here. Get some extra armor to her name as well, which will be helping out because they are up against a Mirana that looks to be building a Desolator, so they need some kind of extra armor things to help out for them. And it's not going to be coming from the Templar Assassin yet, because she just still needs to go for something else first. She gets she chooses a Yasha. It looks like she is going to finish up her Manta Style first though, as Villic actually teleported to the tier 1 bottom. And he just shows that he is there, and there's 3 people here. Well, he is going to be in a World of Pain soon. Impale will come out. The teleport's coming in though. This is the Visage first. Villic still standing in the chakram. Hook shot coming in. The dust is there as well. He knows he's there, but that Spike Carapace is gonna help out. Looks like Flipside gets himself out alive without enforcing a fight, which I would agree with, because I don't think that would have been a fight that they would be willing to take. No, well, actually, they haven't backed off just yet. They go for the Visage. The slow is there. Familiar Disable's coming out though, but bleeding forward from throw fail. In comes the extra speed. That should be indeed Visage out alive. Still have got some people that could make something happen. Timbersod, Chakram slowing everybody down. Only one hero sitting next to the tower. I think they saw him. The OD. I think they are aware he's there. Or are they? They have to try. They find him too. And now with all the teleports on cooldown, most of them anyway. Yeah, he's still stuffing himself out.
Yeah, that was bad of Luna. She could have been able to use her nuke on him. Maybe she didn't want to. Just get the tower and get out.
I guess it's a more safe way. Perhaps they're tired of fighting and losing fights.
Could be.
I mean, Luna hasn't died yet this game, and Mirana yet either, by the way. And Mirana also doing very well. And actually, I think Mirana's got her item ready.
No.
Well, she actually went for BKB still, rather than for Desolator. I'm not too sure
I think that's a problem. No, me neither. I completely agree with it. But that's the problem with Mirana. She kind of needs that BKB. But if you compare Luna with a BKB to a Mirana with BKB, it's like, yeah, one hero can do damage and the other can't.
Yeah, she needs that extra damage. And in terms of the lineup of QPAD, you gotta trust your Clockwork to be tanking up most of the damage, to be disrupting the fight in such a way that you're gonna be in range to hit them, and they're not gonna be able to hit you. Or then they're gonna be busy with something else. So it's a very defensive item, which, yeah, I think they could have chosen something different for that. Meantime, BKB also being built up by the OD. I guess that's a good item for him because he is fighting from behind. But it's also gonna be delaying his his power a bit longer because he does not have any more intellect than a Timbersaw would have. Well, maybe that's the wrong example. I guess there's only one intellect hero on the side of Flipside, which is actually his saving grace in this case.
Yeah, but the problem is that Luna is going to deal the most damage just with a BKB, and she's not going to take any damage from that OD Eclipse, 76 Eclipse.
Yeah, and his orb effect is not going to work on her with the BKB on. I mean, it's the hard counter towards the OD. Looks like we're going to have another Roshan going the way of Flipside again. They can just take that very easily. And Luna this time with an Aegis. And next Roshan, of course, will have cheese as well. And I'm hoping for QPAD that they are going to be there, around there then, to defend that. Because so far, they've been either too late to the party, or they haven't even known that there was a party, which, you know, you don't want to be left out.
I like the party reference.
Yeah.
This game is going to be a little bit slower now, I think. Some farming, and I think that benefits Flipside more than it does QPAD. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this Mirana can throw out to be something sick, but I really don't think so, Shiva. I'm starting to be like you. Mirana depressive.
Yeah. Don't put her on the carry rolls. He can do so much more early on in the game with well-hit arrows and such. But indeed, if you're gonna try to go up against the Luna, in terms of carry versus carry, well, there's one cat lady that is obviously stronger than the other at that. I mean, they're two different heroes for a reason. Even though both are cat ladies, it's just, you know, one is a ganker more. One is a soft carry and one is a hard carry. There you go.
This word doesn't work for me. We have to change that.
What would you just call a soft carry then?
Well, soft carry. Okay. I'm gonna try to work that into my head.
Okay. Because if you have a different word for it, I would love to hear it. Like, what would you call Mirana? Not as hard as a carry as Luna, so then what? She is a...
gank carry.
Oh, demonic burst, they find a crystal main. There's a lot of backup for the crystal main though. Hooks it up on Buick, crystal main will end up going down. Buick, invisible for now, but the arrow will fly and will hit the battery soul there as well. The vision is there, that's a kill right there. Can they find more? No, they can't. Everybody back themselves out. Two supports. Well, the only thing that they get, but they get it, and that is good for QPAD. I mean, it is fair enough to say that the longer the game goes, the more in favor it is for Flipside. At the same time, QPAD, it's very difficult for them to now force out a 5-on-5 fight because they don't want to be dealing with that Aegis on the Luna. But if they can continue to find pickups like this, then that is their ideal playstyle right now. That is what the Clockwork and the Mirana are good for. Find those ganks, pick off heroes, and then take a fight afterwards.
Yeah, but don't you think that they need to get something done afterwards, like
getting
towers or stuff? Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
And they don't really have get a tower lineup. I mean, Visage is okay, but I think that's the problem here. Let's hope I'm wrong. I really want QPAD to get a win here, as I said in the beginning.
Flipside has also been trying though. I mean, they have just got a new sponsor and they showed themselves off, you know, StarLadder, and then they're not winning any games. Imagine how Flipside feels. Sniff.
Yeah.
We have to have some kind of balance, you know. So if you're for QPAD, then I'm for Flipside, obviously.
Okay. Okay.
That could work. Then you're allowed to be biased hereby.
Thank you.
So let's play this for a second. Like it is at this point a bit of a like passive game. So I am the chess master of Flipside. You're the chess master of QPAD. Where do you put your pawns?
Okay. I'm the QPAD chess master. Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying that it's time to get control of the map. Keep away them from pushing the bottom tower, and when the Aegis is getting out, we need to kill that Luna and start finding pickups. Maybe get a gem as well to really control the map, because we are not winning this late game, guys. Oh, I got into it. You see that?
Yep. You totally
Your
got
turn.
into it. Okay, my turn. Well, we have an Aegis, so you know we're kind of strong, but we still have to be very careful about getting picked off. So map control, more wards. That's what we want to have, and we want to also defend our towers because we can fight if we can catch them out. We definitely have the stronger fighting composition, but we need to make sure that we're always kind of close together. So if someone is getting initiated upon, we can survive for a little while until our team is there to help us out. But we need to get control over the game. Control over the map, most importantly, because we feel like we have control over the game already. Looks like we are making that map smaller for QPAD though, and that's the right thing to do. Get out all those outer towers, and we have the Aegis, so we can be a bit more risky than we normally would.
Yeah, with the Aegis I agree with this. Otherwise, no, because they don't have anything to prove yet. I mean, they have so much stronger late game, and they can feel comfortable with that.
Yeah. Looks like
1
we do have
minute left
someone
on
getting
Vegas.
stalked. Clockwork is stalking on the Templar Assassin. Tower does go down. Maybe the Clockwork is the one to get to go down here. But Moonlight Shadow, do they have the vision? Oh, he disappears. Oh, he's vision again. He's visible again. Well, that's gonna be a nice pickup for the TA. And that was just Clockwork out of position. So I guess your pawn didn't follow your strategy. Getting caught out.
No, didn't.
That's what happens. Your pawns don't do what you're told. You know, you die.
Yeah, but the problem here is that they waited too long. I mean, they should have taken control over this earlier.
Yeah, oh, and Light might still lose his Aegis. Well, he's not too sad about that. It would have disappeared in 30 seconds anyway. He still has to be careful. Nice familiar disable coming out straight after that. And Arrow actually only hits on the creep. They're gonna go into this. Astral Imprisonment will be... Yeah, Timbersaw should be able to get away. Indeed, he does. Smoke only hits upon some. Timber Chains away. It looks like it's gonna be okay. Yeah, flip side, I mean, as you called it, it's, after the Aegis is gone, it's not guaranteed in their favor, so they're not going to try to force anything out. Simple as that.
Yeah, and especially since they have the benefits of the late game, which QPAD doesn't have, and I do not understand why it didn't follow there. Luna was already TP'd to the right tower. They knew there were more people there. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps he just wanted to burn his Aegis. There's a smoker for QPAD. Look for a pick-off. They know the Aegis is down. So this might be their right move. This might be their time. If they can find a good target, if they can find a Luna or Timberstar or TA, then this is a successful gank. And actually TA is on the top lane. So, oh, never mind. She's no longer on the top lane. And she actually finishes her up, her Desolator, so that's quite scary.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. Even though I would have probably went for a PKP here to be sure, but then again, this Luna is really powerful. She doesn't have a life leech yet, but will she need it?
I think so. I still like the Helm of the Dominator on the Luna. I mean, I'm okay with the Butterfly as well. Especially since that extra agility does transfer into those illusions. So once they have a fight, which seems to be scarce by the way, there's not that many fights happening. But if you do win a fight, as you mentioned, you want to be able to take something on the back of it. And having those illusions with the Butterfly is it's gonna help out, that's for sure. But I do like the lifesteal as well.
Yeah. Now, I'm a little bit frustrated by this game, Shiver, because I want to see QPAD do something, and they're not. I mean, it's Flipside who pushes harder, and wake up now, QPAD.
Is that what you think they're lacking? A captain that, you know... Normally Wagamama is of course the captain. I'm not sure how much more aggressive he is, because even when he was a captain for the previous QPAD, like the one that was in the qualifiers of the international. Oh, hello. Villic is caught out of position. I think he's dead. Nicely scouted out by Villic, but even then they were kind of sometimes indecisive, where they didn't make the right calls, weren't as aggressive as they should be, sometimes gave too much space to the opponent team. Is that like the main thing that you think they're missing right now? Decisiveness?
Could be, but what you have to do is make an agreement when you play Dota that if someone is the captain's calls goes over everything, even if it's a retarded call. Yeah. Or, sorry for that word, bad call.
No, but you're right. You know, you're following your captain, even if he tells you to jump off a cliff, you jump off a cliff.
Yeah. Because in that way you can learn as a team. But many players, what they do, they play too much pubs, they play too much in-houses, and they think they're better than the captain. And maybe they are, but it doesn't matter. You still have to listen to the captain, and the captain should make calls, and you should just follow them.
It's a shame that we can't listen into the team's sound devices.
I think it's good for everyone that we can't.
Oh, didn't you like the thing that EMS did on the finals? Like where they were able to at some point and listen into what the teams were discussing? Same thing goes, like MLG did the same thing?
Well, I think it was nice, but I think it's something that the players has to be used to, so they don't use weird language or bad language, because as an esporter, we don't need that.
It also has to be, like, they have to be... You don't want to give away secret things that you say or something, you know, you don't want to give away the way that you think. So you have to, like...
That too, yeah.
You know, ask permission from the teams, like, or say that it will happen and they will be extra quiet or something, or, you know. But it shouldn't be affecting their play, which it might, and that's bad too. Oh, Visage. I think you're a goner, Visage. Impales, blinks forward.
Oh god,
we've seen this
so
before.
much
And Arrow
damage.
will actually still have some bullet. Bullet will die for it. Well, at least they get a kill return. Mega kill for the Mirana. Clockwork. Clockwork?
What the fuck? What was that Clockwork doing? He was trying to get the kill with his ultimate on a solo Nerub.
Maybe he was trying to hold still to catch the TA?
No. I don't think so. I hope so, but I don't think so.
We'll never find out. We'll never find out. Oh, careful there. Timbersaw taking a lot of damage. And Arrow actually hits upon Enlight. Blue Banana, Frostbitten, will be able to leap away. His MKB, by the way. Really working up against Enlight, of course, as well. That butterfly. That was built after the MKB was there for Mirana. So I really like that from Blue Banana. He went for the right item build, I think. Choosing to go for MKB over his Manta style.
Yeah, definitely. And now Mirana has reached that point when she's actually a kind of good carry. So with a Manta style and a crit maybe, it'd be really powerful. And she has the ability to leap, which Luna does not.
Yep. If people are on the run, QPAD's gonna be the ones to be able to catch up. They've got hook shots, they've got slows, demonic purges, arrows, leaps for the extra movement speed, as well as drums and phase. Pretty decent. Looks like QPAD is again trying to force something out, but once again they would fight up against an Aegis. Moonlight Shadow coming in, they leap forward, they get an arrow right into the face of the TA, so that's a point blank. Stun duration minimal. Looks like Flipside might be able to get himself away. Sanity's Eclipse still coming out, BKB turned on, so that Blade Mail didn't really do that much, and it looks like nobody will actually die. Perhaps Crystal Maiden still gets found here, but so far it looks like it's gonna be okay. Sentry Ward is down, Villic. He knows that they're chasing him, but it might not matter. Impale, you're dead. Arrow will still hit up on the TA. Maybe they can force up a kill out of that one. Yeah, oh no, Cheese. Hello, Cheese. Say Cheese, and that's Crystal Main at least still picked up. Gem of Truth on the floor because she died, so that's picked up by QPAD. That's a good one. One-on-one though, in the end, or is it one-on-one because the Shadow Demon might actually, TP out is going to be successful. In the meantime, Luna is pushing top. Was able to get a tier 3 tower, and those bouncing blades are really hurting Blue Banana right now. Eclipse coming out as a TP, coming more. Yeah, she's dead. Or she has an Aegis, but BKB TP out. She'll hold on to that Aegis. She got a tier 3 tower for that. That's a pretty good trade.
Definitely, and I'm sorry to say it, but I don't want to hate on someone, but VIII really messed up that team fight as well. He got Obsidian stuck in his cogs, so Obsidian couldn't finish any of the kills.
Yeah, with his BKB, I saw that. I didn't really think about it more at the time, but you're right. He popped his BKB to stop the blade mill, and Timbersaw got himself away, and OD was just stuck. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and now with still on Aegis, I think Flipside, they just want to give it a go. I mean, grouping up mid, just go for it. They might not have a cheese anymore. The Aegis will be there for another 2 minutes. So why not?
Why not?
Why not indeed? We've got ourselves a Daedalus being built up by Throwfail by the looks of it. And at this point, I mean, Mirana, she still hasn't died yet this game, by the way. Blue Banana is playing an amazing game. And they actually are gonna try to force to fight fire with fire, so they're gonna go in. The gem is still up on the Nyx though, so they know this. In comes an Impale, we'll hit it point 2, this is already gonna be Shadow Demon dead. Enlight might drop as well though, but he had an Aegis. He will be back up in just a moment's time. That Force Staff is not gonna save the OD. Blue Banana is alive for the moment, will be able to leave himself out. Gets chased down, the melt damage is not enough though. It's gonna be Timbersaw that died, bot back, we'll be back here in just a moment. Shadow Demon still picked up in the end for the second time, I believe, after buying back. And this is already going to be a tier 3 tower on the siege, while Throwfail is going for another kill. Gets an arrow in the face, so his refraction is not up, but Mechanism comes out for Bullock, and he chases him away with the Impale. And this should be racks on really both sides. Mid lane as well, why not? Wow. How can you lose a game?
They didn't know that they had vision?
I think they did, because they, like... Well, they should have known. Well, they got the gem. At some point, they lost the gem in the bottom lane, on the bottom lane fight. So QPAD took the gem from them. But you can't just go in like that without knowing if you, like, you need to be sure. Like, that would be your last stand. Double kill for Throwfail, he will die for it. Yep. But the GG is already called. Flip side, they will be on even ground again, because now also a win going the way of Flipside. Both teams have got one solid win in Dream... Or sorry, Wild Dream. What am I saying? What? In StarLadder? Yes, in StarLadder. And yeah, I mean, it's nice that they both got a physical win right now, but a shame for QPAD that they couldn't pull it through. And I just want to say, Mirana did end up dying once this game. Once. And that was fountain diving, I believe. So
she played really good, but I think her hero couldn't do much more. I mean, she was up against 2 carries, TA and Luna, which is a big deal, and that TA really started snowballing in the late game, so he was strong.
Yeah, he was. We are going to jump ourselves into the next game, which will be a game between Fnatic and SSD, so that should be a really good game. I'm expecting a lot of this, so stay tuned, because you do not want to miss this. We'll be right back.